Hey, welcome to Terry and Gary's Low Expectations podcast.
Pro wrestling superstar Rhino and his co-host Gary come to you live each week with guests from the worlds of pro wrestling, comics, movies, sports, and more. So if your standards aren't too high, Terry and Gary's Low Expectations podcast is for you.
And even today, when I'm in there wrestling, I feel energized. I feel good. I feel like I've got a lot left in the tank.
Good things go, man.
Oh, man, they don't lie.
You have to grow a mohawk so that you can go by the name Kleba Lang.
The ratings are through the roof right now.
Right.
Catch Terry and Gary every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern live on Podcast Detroit. Download Terry and Gary or stream on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, or the Terry and Gary TV YouTube channel. You know what to do next. Leave your expectations at the door and enjoy the show.
We are back. Terry and Gary's Low Expectations podcast, episode 91, and we are coming in hot.
All right.
We're working on that all day.
What's up, guys?
We got Jamie Madrox from the rock rap.
What up, y'all? How you guys doing?
Metal. Twiztid.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know what to call it. You got so many different genres you could be in. So
I appreciate. Hey, I take it how I can get it, man. I spent a lot of time being at the butt of a lot of jokes. So anything positive is a come up in my world, man.
Yes, all positive, man. We appreciate
Absolutely.
you coming on. Let's just dive right into it. So what got you into this the rap rock group Twiztid?
We had been doing the rap thing for a while. I liked rock music a lot, but my brother Paul and ROC, the other guy who was in House of Crazies originally, was his first band. We were just had this idea. We wanted to do it. It wasn't thought of like a serious thing. It was something. But as you started to do it, I started to like want more, crave more. Was to it. So it became levels of things. And as I look behind me now, it's like that's essentially where it all begat. It was the House of Crazies, and then we turned into Twiztid, and then we just never looked back. We just kept pushing.
Yeah, and you guys have been super successful. I mean, all over the world touring. I mean. Well, how's that feel?
No, I love it. No, yeah, hell yeah. I'm just messing around.
Who came up with the name Twiztid?
It was I want to say it was my brother Paul came up with the name, or no, it was one of the two things. Violent J came up with the name and Paul spelled it, or Paul came up with the name and Violent J like picked the way to spell it. It was a combination effort. It was like because it was originally supposed to be called something else. It was going to be called Infamous Superstars Incorporated, and it was a different direction with Blaze Your Dead Homie. It was going to be a trio of sorts, and yeah, fate happened the way that it did.
It worked out good. Yeah, you see, you got the Z in there because
yeah, just to make it more unique onto its own.
Right, because we got IWR 19 coming up, Royalty Reigns, and we got the Z in there. Paying homage to our guys at Twiztid. So
come on, man. It's like, yeah, sometimes you got to put that little personalization on it, or that little salt bay, if you will.
That's right. So out of the touring and stuff, what's your favorite part of just the music or the touring, the fans?
I would say I think the most the part that's the most, I guess, rewarding, I guess, is like the connection with people, because you hear a lot of heartfelt things that you normally wouldn't hear. You know what I mean? And people that connect with what you say or how you say, like your words help me through fill in the blank, a passing of a loved one or a breakup in a relationship. I was abused. I was, I can go a gambit of horrible things, but people put those songs on like armor, and they wear them in their everyday life, and it makes them stronger. And to be a part of that, or to be that for them, I think that's amazing. That's cool as hell. And the fact that I get to do it as a job, as a byproduct of that awesomeness, first and foremost, that's even more better,
That is awesome. Making memories and helping people, and that's
for sure.
Great feeling knowing that your music's part of that. So
for sure, because I used to be that kid at the other end of the speaker for whatever band I was clinging to in that chapter of my life, and there was that song that made that life playlist before there were playlists, and it was just a cassette tape. God damn it, I'm showing my age. But yeah, man, you stuffed a little shit in each corner or put the tape over it. You could dub whatever you like, and that was a summer. That was a year. That was chapters of your life. So yeah, man. So I know how important that shit was for me. So to be that for someone else, it's always awesome.
Well, 91 episodes. This is probably the first reference we've had to cassette tapes. So,
yes.
so
See, let me take it to the vintage aspect here. You guys were just getting started.
So, who were some of your musical influences growing up then?
I loved Kiss, dude. There was something about Kiss. It was just, I gravitated to them. Like I was able to buy my first record. Well, obviously with the help of my parents, like, pick out what you want. And I picked out Kiss Rock and Roll Over. And I've just loved that record. I've loved them. I didn't understand. Again, I was very, very, like, I think the word's naive. Like I didn't understand, like it was all about sex and Love Gun and all that. Like I just seen the imageries. I seen like all these like comic book characters and these erratic colors and smoke and demons. And just like, wow, this is great. And it had a great beat and they sound awesome singing. And years later, I'm like, oh, wow, every single song is about sex. Well, look at here, so yeah, but still though, like it still hits and it still holds up for me. So it's like that the Beatles, and then obviously you get into rap, you got Run DMC, Beastie Boys, stuff like that, DOC.
DOC.
Yeah, man, love DOC. Very, very, very underrated.
Oh, I hear you.
Hell yeah.
Gary?
Pardon me?
What'd you say? You like the DOC also?
Oh, well, no, I was just thinking everything Gary sees is sex. He's a sex addict. He's seeking help for it. So,
I'll tell my wife.
He sees any band and sex and whatever lyrics it is, it's just sex to Gary. So.
It's crazy. I mean, yeah, I never in a million years would have put two and two together.
Isn't it funny though? You'll listen to songs when you were a kid, you just like, oh, this has got a great beat or this, and then years later you grow up and you're like, wow, that message that they had in it, so
it hits way differently now, or time has passed and now you're listening or watching that same movie or song with your parent or someone in the car, and you're like, you're switching the channel. You're like, I don't really want to hear this one. To make love down by the fire. You're like, oh no, that's not the one. Turn that shit off.
Cartoons. I mean, you go back and watch these cartoons, and it's like you didn't get that as a kid, but now you're like, oh shit.
For sure. It goes right over your head. That's that hidden in. That was supposed to be the benefits for our parents to deal with the, and I see it now in like Teen Titans and shit like that my kids watched. Like where I'm like, oh, this is going over everyone's head. Yeah. Like this is wow. Okay, I see how you're doing that.
It's got to appeal to the adults too. So
for sure,
watch it.
Hell yeah.
We got Robert Brown checking in from Lafayette, Indiana. He's in the building. What's happening?
What up?
Rhino. So. Lafayette's always in the house. Appreciate your support, Robert. Yeah, so I heard you mention comic books in there because we're kind of nerds over here.
Love that.
Where did you get the the influence? Did you always been a superhero fan or?
Yeah, I've been a big superhero fan. My dad collected comic books extremely a lot, almost like OCD style before OCD was OCD. But yeah, he was like all into it and would buy like multiple copies of things. Like so when he passed away, I had like 5 and 6 and 7 of an issue, just one particular issue where like this makes no sense. And now collecting, now I understood what the thought process was. One day these will be something. But as a kid, I was just like, what's your deal? Like, you have this book. Why do you keep buying the same book? So it's like now I see, hindsight's 2020. But yeah, I've always been around comic books and I just love them. And I think there's something cool about superheroes and the idea of the simplicity of some of them having like no powers, like Batman. If it wasn't for money in his brain, he wouldn't have powers. All the superheroes tease him, or to be a kid like Spider-Man and have like the most important power. And that's a lot of weight on your shoulders because most kids can't get through like, chemistry and getting picked on or something, so imagine having to do all that and then save the city and be home in time to get scolded about your shit grades.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Peter Parker, yo.
Yeah,
get
Peter
it.
Parker. That's
or Miles. Shout out Miles Morales. That's my dude too. Hell yeah.
What were you saying, Gary?
I said my favorite, Spider-Man. So I know Terry's a Batman guy.
For sure. Yeah. I love Batman too. Yep. Yeah.
It's funny because a lot of people will argue that he's not a superhero, just the smart money.
He is though, and I think that's his true superpower is his intellect and his like detective mind. That mind, he can think better than you. Can have all the power in the world, but if he knows how to defeat you, he's the most powerful. It's like that's the files Batman has on everybody. It's almost creepy. He's got a file of how to kill everybody. It's like there's a lot going on up there. Mine like a steel trap full of animals.
Crazy Squirrel Graphics wants to say, just to give you a shout out, Twiztid. He's a big Twiztid
fan.
fan.
Much love. Hell yeah.
Tony Lewis is saying hi.
What up?
And Robert Brown's back. So, what's the name of Jamie's? Jamie's band is Twiztid with a Z.
For sure.
Check it out, man. Definitely check it out.
TWIZTID. Check us out, yo.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys. You and your families always came out and supported our Monroe Pop Fest, and I appreciate
Absolutely.
that. And led into you guys having your own huge, amazing Comic-Con. I can call it Comic-Con, right? Called Astronomicon.
Yeah. Pop culture convention, because we tread lightly in these waters of we try to be cool with everybody. We have a great time doing what we do, and that's why we love working with you as well, because you understand like the strength in numbers, together we rise, you know what I mean? So it's like we got love for everybody. But yeah, like it's a pop culture convention that we started a few years back. This is 6 coming up March 3rd through the 5th at Burton Manor in Livonia, Michigan. Yeah, it's already 6, man. Well, I was backwards. I should have. Damn it! There it is. I gotta, invert it. But yeah, no, but yeah, 6, man. Excited, super excited. The first couple years we were. I want to say, I'll tell it right. We were blessed with inclement weather, and you say no, it should have been cursed with. No, but it made us stronger because, like, my brother Paul was out there shoveling the walkway as people were coming in, and they're like, "You got to be kidding me, dude! Why are you shoveling?" It's like, we just care. We're like trying to make sure people get in here because we're like, you actually came out in this blizzard. It was like the most craziest weather. I mean, today in Michigan, I mean, obviously you guys know we got the freezing rain going, so we always got some crazy shit going on. But that particular, I want to say it was in February, the first one, and it was just a horrible weather, and people still pulled up, came out. It was super strong. Came back with a vengeance for 2, and really, it doesn't seem like we've looked back. And it's like we're knocking on the door of 6, literally in a week and change, a week and high change.
Yeah, great.
So yeah, man, we're excited.
Great guest list. Tell the guys who some of the people you have coming out this year.
We have a lot of people. We have Bonnie Aarons, who is the Nun, Doug Bradley, Pinhead. Let me see. I have a list of people here. We got for the wrestling fans out there, we have Trish Stratus, Rikishi, obviously Rhino, Sabu, Sandman, Papa Shango, The Godfather. Both the same person for those of you who don't know. Kayfabe in here, you got to know by now. And Devon Dudley, a cool dude. I was on his show. He's a super cool dude. Doug Bradley, Pinhead, I said that. Michael Berryman from Hills Have Eyes. Quinn Lord, Ricky Dean Logan from Freddy's Dead. James O'Barr, the creator of Crow. Forgive me if I butchered their names, but Heron Blanks and Mike Martinez, both Slim and Rudy from the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, actually there in the full costumage with the props, taking really dope pro photo ops, as well as Quinn Lord, who is Sam from Trick or Treat. He's doing some really cool pro photo ops. Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes, Brian O'Halloran, Ming Chen, everybody from Clerks. Like, just my guys went crazy for Clerks this year, and they are just all in, and I'm excited. There's nothing but smile. John Lovitz. That's Lovitz.
That's a really cool addition. I saw that.
It's so random, and it's so awesome. I love him. I think that's so cool that I grew up on SNL, and it was just like, wait a minute, John Lovitz is gonna do it. That's so cool, man. I'm excited. Jason Lee. Yeah. He Brody, also David Seville from the Alvin and Chipmunks cinematic universe. Like, it's crazy. Just a really nice round group of people who are really into pop culture and celebrating all things about it. And I think that's what's cool too about the attendance that pulls up, is everybody's there for that experience. They want to meet and like talk and chop it up with and be close to the people that they watch on television or are a part of their actual everyday life. And these kind of engagements and kind of, people being able to see those people and be in touch with those people, like, mean a lot to everyone. So it does to us too. And seeing the smiles on the faces and just the actual transactions that happen between, like, emotional, just like, oh my God, they said what's up and this, that, and the other. And it's like, you were just walking by. It's like, yeah, everybody's there to be in a good mood. We try to find people who want to be there, because we've been at cons and you see people and they're just not feeling it. And you're like, you don't have to be here. Right. This is a privilege. Let me tell you about how much awesome this is to sit here and have people appreciate you all day. Oh, what a bad gig. It's like, it's a great thing. So have a smile, be there, have fun, and people reciprocate, man. You can see it's like magic floating in the air.
And you'll have vendors there too, and where people can
absolutely
buy memorabilia and all that stuff.
Yeah. A lot. I want to say handpicked, but there's a lot of people that Mike and George work with specifically. But we have a lot of the really cool vendors from the tri-state area and people who come out from out of state to set up Funko Pops, comic books, cards, Pokemon, a lot of crafts, arts and crafts and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of something for everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, you're gonna have one of my favorites this year again, James O'Barr.
Yeah. Oh man, the creator of Crow. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that. I'm excited about the new talks of, I guess, the new movie with Skarsgård.
Yep.
You guys hear about that? Are you into that or no?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll
a little
see.
bit. He said, fair enough. Fair enough.
I know James was working on the one with Momoa before that got chopped.
Yeah.
And that was one I was kind of excited for. I don't know how much James is involved in this one, if he is at all, but I think it's not going to be the Crow if James isn't involved. So
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think it's neat that I say kid, he's probably like 40 or something, but that guy, that Skarsgård, gets a chance to take that role. I mean, Wonders did wonders with it, Pennywise. Like, I thought that was a great, because it was hard to do. Tim Curry was I believe is the first one. He was amazing, and so it's hard to step up on that, and he did it. So it's like, I don't want to box him in. Did you see Barbarian?
Yeah.
Very, very, very deep movie there as well. Same guy. But yeah, all right, right on.
No, I love Skarsgård. I think he's gonna be great. I just hope that James O'Barr is involved in something.
You sound like how I sounded when I heard that the Twilight vampire was going to be Batman. I had that same look on my face, that same tone in my voice. You were like, yeah. Well, he's a guy and he's acting, and I'm sure he'll do the character of something. And I said the same shit.
Were you happy with the Twilight guy after it came out? Did you see it?
I did not, dude. I don't want to talk shit about it, so I didn't see it. Like, I seen what I seen from commercials. I seen good things, and I heard bad things, and I think it's hard to have an opinion about anything anymore, because so many reviews and so many opinions are so opinionated about shit that I don't think we have our own opinions anymore. So it's like, I just watched what I watched. I saw it was cool. I'm proud of him. I think it's cool that he got to do that role. I would love to do the role.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Terry would love to do the role. You know what I mean? It's like, anyone who's a Batman fan, you're going to love to be Batman. So it's like, he got that honor. That's cool. So, I mean, I'm like, whatever. It can't be no worse than some of the other movies that I've endured this last couple of years. So franchises rather,
Right.
Who's your favorite Batman?
I got to say Adam West, because I got him tatted on me, but real talk, Christian Bale.
Oh yeah.
No, we'll leave Adam West out of it. He's like the original, and I mean, he's,
for sure,
everybody's favorite, and he did it for years, and he was great at it.
He's got that respect, but it's like, when you're like, which one really kicked ass? Christian Bale, dude. What about for you?
Yeah, I would probably say Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Okay, right on. You were excited then, obviously, to see him in the new trailer, right?
No, I didn't see him in the new trailer.
You ruined it.
Well, spoiler alert. Sorry.
Oh, man.
Well, surprise, he's back.
Because I was coming to age.
He's still Batman.
Yeah, right. He was coming to age, and in 88, and and then when that came, was that 89 or 88? 89.
I want to say 89. I think it was 89.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the big hype behind it, and the Batmobile looked futuristic and looked so cool, and
it was everywhere, dude. Taco Bell and cereal brands, and it was hard to not have it be in your ingrained. Yeah, hell yeah, man, that was a great time.
Everybody was wearing,
Mm-hmm. And what a great Joker, Jack Nicholson too. That's
the Joker to me.
That was like a perfect storm of a cast, I think.
Yeah. When I heard
real quick, just want to get that in
there. Whoop. Yep. Another slept on Batman, Kevin Conroy, even if just the voice, so prevalent for that whole animated Batman series and like video games and just all of that. It's like, you can't, every time you hear that voice, at least for the rest of my life, I'll always associate that with Batman, just that tone that just, it's perfect. And I feel like everyone else who, I mean, maybe not Keaton, because I think he came after him, but everyone else kind of like lowered their voice to try to meet that Conroy. That, what are you doing here? Everybody's got the Batman growl. It's funny. You could probably have a great segment on here with just people doing Batman growls. Good stuff. That
was a pretty good one right there. Maybe you should.
Right. Come on. Don't think I haven't practiced. I have a lot of spare time.
I think there's been a lot of great Batmans. Don't get me wrong.
For sure.
because of my childhood, and I like
of course.
Michael Keaton in a lot of the films he's been, that he's done. And so
For sure.
a little biased towards that, but
Absolutely. No, I can feel that. I have dedication, dude. I'm down. Yeah. I got Adam West on me, dude. That's my hero, dude. As a kid, I feel the same way. It's like I grew up with the reruns, and it was just like that was everything to me. And then so when I seen it happen again with Keaton, it was just like, wow, it's actually going to happen. And then from that point, you just seen it happen every so many decades or whatever time frame down the way, like Jeepers Creepers, like every 5 to 10 years, there was a new Batman. You're like, oh, this is fucking awesome. Very cool. Very cool.
I liked how Keaton came into that Flash, segment, and he pretty much said, I am Batman.
Oh man, he took a movie that was probably going to be good and just made it like, oh man, like wow. Just I think everybody watching that, because I didn't see it in real time. I seen it like days or so afterwards, and I was like, I didn't want to see this movie, but damn, because the idea of these multiverses, I think, is saving a lot of IPs. The ability to be able to take, like, there's so many Spider-Mans, there's so many Batmans, and try to make them in the same movie continuously or whatever. It's a fun concept. I'm sure it'll play itself out after too long, but while it's still fresh and new, DC's trying to dip their toe into that pool, and it seems like it might work for them this time.
Well, it worked for Spider-Man, bringing all the Spider-Mans together in the Spider-Verse. I thought that was kind of neat. So
it was a really good movie. That's probably one of the better Marvel movies I've seen. I seen it with my kids, and I thought it was great. I can't wait to see the new one.
Hey, Robert Brown said you made him a fan in like 10 minutes into the show. So
damn, hell yeah, Robert. Appreciate you, man. Hell yeah.
Brad said, better hide the tables with Sabu and Rhino in the same building. So you guys know how expensive wood tables are, right? Because we go through a lot of them at IWR. So we should have some.
They got the stiff boys up there. Yikes. That's great.
Brad,
I love it.
John Lovitz. So we got get on down there. Go check out John Lovitz.
For real, man. Jason Lee, Kevin Smith, the Jay and Silent Bob, the whole Clerks universe. A little something for everybody.
Kevin Smith, his daughter, all of them, right?
Harley Quinn Smith. Yeah, for real. Seriously, it's exciting.
Hey, Rhino, will you be doing chops at Astronomicon? Darius Payne just know if Rhino will chop him.
Yeah, I won't be.
I think you should. I won't. You should chop Darius.
No. Man. That's a whole. Like he said, that's a whole nother VIP, man.
Right.
For real though. You can't have cases pending and stuff. You got to sign legal documentation nowadays. Everybody say A and do B. I got to have some kind of paperwork with that shit.
My lawyer.
Right. Like, yeah, hell yeah. No, that's how people are like that to us. They're like, will you choke me in this photo? Like, no, not a chance. Nope, not a chance. I don't care about you. Heard them say that, right? Like, nope, I don't care what they say. Part of the discretion. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Smith's a big get. I mean, I'm really excited for you guys getting Kevin on there. The whole cast of it just adds to the whole,
For sure.
And one of the things,
that was a big deal. We've had Jason come through before, and we've actually been, blessed to call him a pal for a while since we did the movie with him back in the day and stuff like that. But, kept in touch with him. But Kevin is a big. It's to be honest with you, it's a big jump. It's like, wow, even for us in the convention world or whatever, that kind of level of a guest or whatever. So it's going to be exciting. Last year we had Corey Taylor from Slipknot, so that was huge. And it's just again to keep it inside of the hemisphere of the great, the best of the best, and everybody, again, something for everybody, hitting the all cylinders. It's a good vibe.
Another thing I really like about Astronomicon is the way you guys do the photo ops in costume. David Howard Thornton a couple years ago, and
Art the Clown.
It just adds to the whole aura of the show. Seeing those guys.
It does.
Get a chance to get photos with them.
I think, and to me, as like a convention goer, I think that's cool because, again, in my day, we didn't have that kind of thing. So I think it kind of like the new convention goers, y'all are being blessed up with this whole new generation of just awesome, because in my day, we had to like kneel down in front of the table with like William Shatner and kind of point at him and be like, hey, and get that blurry at your mom's doing this. And it's like, but that was your memory, and you held on to that shit like forever. But nowadays we can get you in the professional setting. You get the HD 300 DPI. Everybody's detailed. He's in full cinematic garb. You feel like you're grabbed right out of the scene. It's like, that's awesome. I think that's like such a cool thing. And it's like, again, we'll get desensitized to it. It'll be no big deal after too long. I'm like, oh, that's old hat, you know. But for right now, I'm living in the moment. I think it's really cool. I've seen some of these people do like amazing ones, so I'm excited for the Killer Clowns one, because I love that the movie. I've been a fan of the franchise for a while, and it's going to be fun to see them in the actual costumes. And I'm hoping there's a cotton candy body hanging somewhere in the back. It's gonna be great, man.
Now,
really
you
cool.
You guys do photo ops too, right? I mean, your guests
We do.
show basically. So I mean,
yeah, absolutely. We have a Dark Lotus photo op this year, and there's a bloody, I think it's a bloody Twiztid with me and my brother. If you want to come down and get icky and sticky, we'll be all there and getting photo and creepy with you. God, that's gonna be a fun one. It is head.
Yeah. Technically, you and Paul were Batman and Robin back in the day, Purple Show.
We were indeed, and it was just, and again, it's my whole thing. It was part of an opportunity that I was able to do, which was bring my own personal fandom and what I did. So I straight away told everyone I'm a fan of Batman. I made a song called "I Wanna Be Batman," and then we just played around with the idea and the funny skits and vignettes and shit like that. So like that became a thing. And then with cosplay popping off recently, again, another thing that you guys have that we didn't have back in the days, they hired actors to walk around looking like Romulans in the Star Trek conventions. They didn't come willingly. Yeah. So you know that, all of you out there watching this right now, this is facts. Nevertheless, now it's a big deal, and it's a part of that. So I guess it's, it's people actually being able to immerse themselves totally in what they have going on. And I think that's cool.
Let them escape into this world for 2 days, 3 days, some hours a day, whatever it is.
We need it. We all need it, because you can't escape from anything nowadays. No matter where you look, it's always something negative bringing you down or making you worry about something. So if you can hold on to those sweet moments away and get you a little peace of mind, put a smile on you or your family's face, I would cherish that. I do, at least.
Yeah, and it's like you said with your music, it's making memories, it's letting people escape, and that's the same thing, like me and Rhino feel about our wrestling and my Pop Fest and his career.
For sure,
it's the best part about what we do. Honestly,
yeah, absolutely. Like I remember even the times when we came, I brought the family out to your the pops and stuff like that. Like that was great, dude. Like just everybody there smiling and trading and having a good time. It's like, again, those are the moments that like it's kind of like you like to just get away from stuff, and that's fun stuff. That's like family vibe, and that's kind of what we try to promote in this as well, as the family vibe. It's like it's good for everybody. Like the Christmas song, "Kids to 1 to 92," like everybody's welcome. There's something for everybody. It's all family vibe, so it's a good deal.
Cool things. There's a lot of cool things, especially if you've never been to one. There's so much to see,
Sure.
and then the fans that go, like you say, they dress up, and
Sure.
There's every time you look, there's always something new and fun and exciting, and I mean, it's every time I go, whether I work one or I go, I always, if I'm working, I always gotta walk around and look,
absolutely,
and check things out, and I usually spend whatever money I make.
I know that all too well. Yep,
that's so true. Any of it,
That's so very true, brother. That's so true. I know that all too well.
I don't want to use my credit card. Give me your card.
Yeah. But it's cool too, because you get to meet other people that share the fandoms that you do. I mean, we see, which is in the circle that we keep, people that'll like, oh, hey, I met this person in another state online, and we both met up for the first time at Astronomicon, and we both like, whatever, this, that, or the other. And it's like you end up making relationships and friends that are last a lifetime, or people that make that their routine. Like, I'll see you again next year at Astronomicon. This is our annual event. We'll come back, whatever. It's like, it's just cool to see little stuff like that be the byproduct of something that's been so awesome to begin with. So for it to just keep going and having more awesomeness fall off of it, that's cool. It's like barnacles on the bottom of the big whale.
And that's awesome. Like, Terry, spending your money with the vendors and stuff, because I mean,
sure,
when it comes down to it, the vendors are a super, super important part of any.
Absolutely.
Vendors, get out there, shop, bring your money, go shop.
as a kid, we would go strictly for the vendors because we didn't have the money to meet the celebrities. So maybe if you were able to walk by their table and steal a wave or have them acknowledge you, it's like, oh, that was so cool. Did you see they looked at us? Oh, that was cool as hell, Yeah, or right. You walk by and sneak.
You're taking a picture of them.
Right. You just got an impromptu photo so you could prove to everybody that person was there. Yeah, absolutely. But it's like, so the dealers don't get enough love. Shout out to the dealers and the vendors that actually, you guys are. It's a very important part of what we do.
Yeah, it's the backbone of our livelihood as far as that goes.
Absolutely. So, absolutely. As far as where the convention scene goes, absolutely.
Yep. Brad wants to know who the worst Batman is. We can't get off this Batman subject. So we said the best. Who do you think the worst was?
Worst. Oh man,
that's a tough one.
Terry, you want to go?
Yeah, Val Kilmer. You
got. I give everybody. You know what? People are really crazy. Some people are, big critics, and I watch a movie and I enjoy it, and it takes a lot for me to say, oh, that movie was bad or that actor.
For sure.
I don't really do it. I just, because wrestling, you're supposed to go to a show and, and just enjoy it and walk away. And some parts you might not, might enjoy and might not enjoy. But at the end of the day, if you're overall, excited about it. But yeah, it's very rare. Basically, that's me dancing around answering the fucking
question. That's okay. That's all right. I'll go ahead. I'll say it. I don't want to say, and I don't say it from a mean perspective. And the only reason I say it is because you're making me pick one. So if I have to pick one, I would say my least favorite, not the worst, but my least favorite would probably be George Clooney. If I had to pick, only because his was played more like the Adam West role that we strived so hard to get away from with Tim Burton. Like it took me forever to understand that my Batman that I loved and I thought was badass was a joke to my parents. It was like, not like he's a joke, like, haha, he's a clown, but he's a joke. Like, this is comedy satire. Like, Robin, don't forget to put the penny in that taxpayers' dollars. And, he's like always telling well, this shit's going down. They're having this tutorial. It's like very tongue in cheek where like we got away from that with Tim Burton. And then I think that was it Joel Schumacher? Yeah. Joel Schumacher brought it back again. Yeah. And I liked it, like the lighting and the Two-Face and Riddler, like everything was over the top, larger than life, very, very 66 Adam West style. But again, it took away from that. We want that gritty. I want that gritty Dark Knight.
It was the corny,
what I mean?
Of all of them. It brought the corny aspect back to the Batman.
Yeah, and corny loosely, but yeah. You're right. That's what it is. Call it what it is. It was corny. It was, he played corny well. Close up on the cod piece, and then the nipples, and then the butt. It's like it's corny, but I know what you're doing. You got it from when Rambo did the tie. Like we all know, we get it. It's an homage. Right. I didn't want to see his cod piece. It's too much.
Shout out to George Clooney.
Too much.
I'm sure they've collaborated with a lot of rappers. I mean, they've been around for a long time. Any of your favorites you've collaborated with?
I mean, we've collaborated with a lot of people. It was pretty cool back in the day. We did, and one of our first collaborations coming up, I'll never forget, was 3 6 Mafia. It was very cool. It was very different for us at the time. We like kind of did a swap track. We did a track with them for their record, and then they in turn did one with us for our record. And we were just friends. We were like the friends to the friends. So it was just a very cool, like respectful kind of like, we'll look out for you. You're looking out for us. You're family too kind of vibe. So I never forget that. And I try to pay that forward as we go forward in music to where like, take a chance on people sometimes. Yeah. It's not always going to work out for you. So don't think it will, but you never know unless you try. And sometimes chances give you a better perspective on people and life. So at least what I've learned, it's
always like reach down and lift that person up too,
Absolutely. And I feel like that's what they did to us. They like reached down and like kind of, like, let me throw you a hand, let me put you on. And they did. And it's like, it was cool. Like we got a record from them with our name on it and everything. It was really, really cool. So that kind of vibe is always good. And just working with anybody nowadays, collaborating and doing music. I feel like we're only here for a short time, and the more content we can put out, you may not know, and that's a hard pill to swallow too. It might not actually be immersed in your lifetime, but the content may be taken in and really supported in another lifetime. A lot of people don't think about that. They're so worried about the right now, the hot and ready in this moment, fast food lane, instead of the long term.
everything is instant gratification now. You know?
Absolutely, man. Which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's also very healthy to be humble and know that if what you're doing means something to somebody, that's better than nobody.
Exactly.
Right.
Stelios wants a Pop Fest t-shirt. It's an old one, but you can get them on tpublic.com. So.
Yeah. Right on.
And then Darius came back and said Jamie's bucket list guest for Astronomicon in the future. Who's the guy you'd really set your sights high? Who would be the guy you'd really want to get?
You know, man, this now I'm dancing around it like Terry was earlier. Well, we talked about a bunch of people and we were actually blessed to get a few of the people like really wanted Nick Castle. That was like a big deal for me. And we finally got him. That was cool. I can't front. Paul Rubens has been on the list for a while. I just feel like he's iconic in the DNA of everyone. I tried for Mr. T. I'm a kid of the 80s, man. I want to see like Hogan and you know, like all like those are the people that were like defined that era to me, that were no matter what, Michael Jordan, you know what I mean? Like people that to me define that era, which a lot of these people are just like simply out of the reach. And most of them will be like, well, I don't even do that kind of thing. But again, you said bucket list. So I reached for the stars. I went Pee Wee, Hogan. I came with a pretty, a bountiful cornucopia of people for you there.
That's a damn good list. And
fair enough.
I'm 80s guy too. So definitely,
yeah, right.
Definitely showing your age.
Yeah, fair enough, right? Mr. T.
Brandon wants to chime in and say hello.
What's up, Brandon?
Say, hey guys, what's up, Pat?
What's up, Pat?
Let's see, we got thoughts on the latest Halloween movie. I'm not a movie critic. I just give it an eh.
Yeah, co-sign what you said. Yeah. I don't like to say. I want to be like Terry. I don't want to say bad stuff about stuff. It doesn't take a lot. Unlike him, he doesn't take a lot to get me to not like stuff. But there's certain things that I feel that if they aren't broken, don't fix them. Yep. So, but I can appreciate someone doing. So put it this way: I could have had nothing. Instead, I got something.
Yeah, right.
And if I don't like it, I don't have to watch it again.
Yep, exactly.
What that was Halloween Ends, right?
Yeah. Yep.
The one right before that. What was that one?
Kills.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Halloween Kills.
I really like that.
Actually, that was a good one. No, that one was good. That one had a lot of really. Yeah, for sure. That one saved. Like the 2018 one was like a nice start. And like once everybody wrapped their mind around the idea that like, because they had, I forget, like one of the promotional tactics were to find people in that age bracket, like a 50-year-old guy who physically had the physique to, you know, do all the shit that Michael Myers was doing. So once people wrapped their mind around, like, I guess a guy that age could do all that stuff. And then it was a free for all. And when Kills came out, it was like, holy shit, this is the greatest movie in the world. And then Ends came out, and you're like, oh, well, okay, well, we're going to watch Kills again. Because Kills was really good.
Excitement, yeah.
Yeah, man. They had me with Kills. I'll tell you what. That was good.
What's your all-time favorite horror film?
Halloween. Definitely Halloween. And for some reason, I always say Halloween 2. Because it's the continuation of the second night, but somehow it already jumps to it, and it's already going, I think. Because I don't want to wait to all the, like, that's the thing about Batman Begins. It takes too long. Just get to him being Batman. You know what I mean? So, but I do appreciate the Halloween 1, but I think Halloween 2 is probably my favorite.
Well, I have to agree with that because every time I come in my house, my wife has one of the Halloweens on. So
good times, man. I'm telling you.
Mine's Halloween, the first one. Yeah.
First one?
I do like 2. Yeah.
The tension in it, it's really good. It's like it's crazy that will probably go down as like our generation's Dracula or Frankenstein. Like that will be the immortal classic that, you know, like our grandkids will be like, oh, remember Halloween? Like, yeah, we do. And it was great. Oh, that's not even scary. Now they just shoot lasers. Like, of course they do. Yeah.
Great on the Halloween kick. Best Michael Myers out of all of them. Who do you think portrayed Michael Myers the best?
Nick Castle in the first one, but Dick Warlock does a really, really good job of imitating some of the mannerisms. He's a little more robot-y than he should have been, I think. But the guy, I don't know his name. The kid, I say kid because he was a young guy, but the H2O actor, he was really good. He was really good. Like you could tell, like he studied both of those guys methodically, and he's got like the mannerism. I felt he did. I was hook, line, and sinker. I'm like, yeah, he's Michael Myers. And then obviously the new dude who's Michael Myers as well. He's pretty good too.
I'm a big Tyler Mane guy. Just that's the embodiment of what I thought a Michael Myers should be. And you get next to him, he's
Tyler's cool. Tyler's cool, and yes, I think that's what it is. It's like he was more of like the Frankenstein kind of Michael Myers, where you're like he could literally manhandle someone and do all that damage. So it was like a more of a realistic take on it. That's why I do, in a different vein, I love Rob Zombie's take on Halloween because it's way more gritty and it's raw and it's real. Not to say that John Carpenter's wasn't raw and real, but Rob shows you what John didn't. John was like, less is more, and Rob was like, oh no.
Wow,
you know what I mean? Which is good though, because you get to see both sides of that perspective. It kind of fleshes out the character, at least for a fan like me.
Right. Plus, like you said, it just it was like his spin on it, and there's difference to it, and
for sure. And he caught a lot of shit for that. He caught a lot of shit for that. And in the end, watching now, like I see people starting to come around full circle. And I really think that's another part of that hate train or the opinion train, is I think just people just jumped on it because now some of this, I don't know about the same people precisely, but a lot of people have come to sing a different tune about it now years later, like Rob Zombie's Halloween is the best. And it's like, well, where the fuck were all you when everybody was making crosses and trying to hang dude at sundown? Like, what's going on? Like, it was crazy.
The first one of first John Carpenter and the first Rob Zombie one, the best two to me.
Really, because I liked it how Rob shows you a whole nother layer. Like you got to see what made him into that. That was cool. That was a dangerous place to go. A lot of people got mad because they didn't want to see that. They weren't ready to take that in. I think it was good. I think he did a good job of it.
I think so too.
I really like it.
I'll put you on the spot real quick. Crazy Girl Graphics wants to know if you're ever going to pop in at IWR.
Oh yeah, that's our wrestling promotion here in Monroe. So
sure.
Yeah.
I never say never to anything. If I happen to be down that way and I'm around and y'all, hell yeah. Why not?
We had some Astronomicon guys there last show, passing out flyers and stuff. Just ask them about it. They'll tell you what's up. They loved it.
My dudes hit all the happen and jumping spots. So if they were there, that's how you know it's awesome. So there.
So
I'll tell you that much.
We got to sell some tickets real quick though. Tickets are on sale for IWR 19 Royalty Reigns at www.purplepass.com/IWR 19. It's featuring ECW's Queen of Extreme, Francine. For special meet and greet, we got Rhino. We got our tag team champions, the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Myron Reed. We got our newly crowned world champion, King Latimer, Thomas Latimer will be there. We got the United States champion, top notch Jason Hodge. Everybody be in action. It's going to be a great day. Get your tickets. VIPs are almost gone, so don't wait. Had to get that in there. Got to sell some tickets.
Now,
pay these bills.
Where can people get tickets for the con?
Oh, for Astronomicon?
Yeah.
You can hit up www.astronomicon.com. You can on there you can find hotel information to find hotels to book around the surrounding area, pro photo ops, VIP packages, and tickets and all kinds of good stuff. Pretty much everything all inclusive there. And there's a from what I understand, there's a very nice forum where people can help you out with troubleshooting if it's your first time making the trek and maybe you have questions or something. There's a lot of really good, helpful people in there that have been helping out a lot of the community. So I suggest that if you have first time questions and stuff like that about what to do or where to stay or what's safe or in walking distance.
And I know people are going to ask you if there's any Kevin Smith VIPs left. So I don't know if you know that or not, but
Kevin Smith, what was it?
The VIP Kevin Smith.
I know they were selling. I know they were selling quickly. I don't want to say that there isn't any left, but I know that they were selling quickly. So
if you're interested, that website.
Yeah, definitely visit the website, and that's one I would suggest that if you were on the fence about doing any type of pre-purchasing, that would be the one I would suggest to don't sleep on, because if it is sold out, there's nothing I can do about it.
All right. And where can they go once again? Say the address again.
www.astronomicon.com.
We'll post it.
And again, what's that?
We'll post it on the link too, so everybody.
Oh, okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah. And that's where you can get all your tickets and VIP packages, pro photo ops, all that goodness at that location for the event coming up on the 3rd to the 5th of March in Livonia, Michigan at Burton Manor. Hope to see everybody there. Got a star-studded lineup of pop culture icons, and ready to make some magic, ready to put some smiles on some faces and make some memories this year. It's a big deal.
It's gonna be a great show. I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
Rhino will be there. It's going to be a great show. Great wrestlers. Always a great cast. Juckalo 503 said, "Sup, y'all."
What up, man?
And he said, "Oh snap, Rhino, what's up?" So, what's up?
Here's one question I'm always asked.
Okay.
A handful of times, but at conventions and stuff. Mm-hmm. Is there an ATM machine here? I don't know why you asked me, but do you know if there's an ATM machine in the building?
I want to say yes, and that's a really good question, to be honest with you. It's yeah. I want to say yeah, but I will double check on that. That's a great question. I can't say definitively yes, but I want to say yes, and if not, I will have someone post where the most closest one is, or whatever, if it's at a 7-Eleven or something like that. Very good question. Yeah, man.
A lot of people, some people don't have a credit card or PayPal, but some people are old school and they run out of money, and it's like, where's it,
or they just do cash. I've seen a lot of people who just do cash, and you're like, oh, we only take credit, and you're like, well, then I can't shop here. It's so weird. Or you pull up to the fast food place at night, and they're like, we only taking card, and you're like, okay, you drive right through. Like, what the hell?
At least get that at least 5 or 6 times.
That is a great question, though. Yeah, that very, very true.
I don't know. I haven't seen one, but ask them at the front door. They'll be able to let you know.
100%. Yeah, I want to say yes, but I will double check on that. That's probably the most intelligent question I've heard anybody ask. That's a really good one, and I've never heard that a lot. That's wow. Good
Terry
one.
Coming through with the intelligence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's good though. That's real. That's real talk right there. Holy shit.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure all the vendors they'll have credit cards and stuff where they take that.
Oh yeah, and nowadays everybody has the queue and the little card readers. You just do it on your phone. So yeah, it's like get with the times for sure.
Definitely important to bring cash in case that Wi-Fi goes down or in case that ATM's broke. So
very true too.
Get your tickets. Get out to Astronomicon the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of March. Close us out, Jamie. Anything you got to say before we go?
Thank you both for having me. I appreciate y'all's time. Thank you, everybody watching. Hopefully, we will all see you at Astronomicon and come out there, make some memories. It's truly out of this world, and we hope to see you there.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Terry?
Oh, no. I couldn't have finished it any better.
Shit, I should have just stopped it there.
Yeah,
that's all right.
You never come to me, Gary.
I had to keep it going. We're gonna end this show. We appreciate you coming on, Jamie. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you, bro.
Brother. I wish nothing but more great things for you guys in the Astronomicon family.
Thank you so much, man.
In the future, we'll see you. I'll see you Saturday.
Okay.
Not Saturday, but the 4th.
I got you.
I'll
see y'all both there, man. Yeah.
Make sure you guys subscribe. Go check out Astronomicon. Check out the Twiztid. Get on the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Subscribe. Download the links. iTunes is going to have this up. Everything will be up pretty soon here, so make sure you guys check it out. Appreciate you guys coming on, and we are going to get out of here.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, thanks.